I looked through all 3,037 of these card names, and these are the most fun cards to say in the standard format. Our first card is Rubble Belt Maverick. Hailing from one of the Ravnican districts with the most syllables, this guy is commonly known for sitting in your opponent's graveyard and then getting plucked out of it and making plant tokens. Next we have Song of Stupefaction. If you're gonna sing a song at somebody, make sure it has the desired effect that you're looking for. Up next, we've got Old Rutstein. Now, I have no idea the background behind this character, but when I want to attack with an Old Rutstein, it makes my day because I get to say, Old Rutstein will block, and then he mills through your deck and gives you some trash. Throne of the Grim Captain. I love saying this one because it sounds like an old Hardy Boys mystery. Then we've got Vesuvan Duplimancy. I do love that in the fantasy realms we get to make up our own disciplines of magic, of course, and this particular specialty just rolls off the tongue. Now here's Hidetsugu Consumes All, a card that's for sure fun to say, but also sounds like a poorly translated insult. Up next, we have Tainted Indulgence. While having some great sounds and some great syllables, this card's main claim to fame is letting me say taint in a professional capacity. Following this, we've got Dream Shackle Geist. Now, I don't really have any commentary on the card in particular, but I love saying the name so much because it echoes one of my other favorite English language words, ramshackle. Just a word that describes something kind of dilapidated, maybe hastily put together, very evocative in its sounds for sure, and Dream Shackle certainly fits the bill. Look at this guy right here, he's great. Up next is Ratadrabik of Urborg. This annoying zombie wizard kind of sounds like he was named by goblins or kobolds or something like that, but I love every time I get to say this guy's name. Then we've got Armored Scrap Gorger. Similar to the Tainted Indulgence, this card also allows me to say crap in a professional capacity over and over again. And as we progress through this list, you'll see some of the best card names are new words that we've created by actually forcing together many other oddly sounding words. After this guy, we've got Black Sun's Twilight, a card that I'm 90% sure is behind a metal band's name or an album cover. Next up is Asinine Antics, a card that is not only alliteratively wonderful, but is also fairly clear in what it's going to do to your opponent's creatures. After that, we've got Sinuous Benthosaur. Benthic has long been used in Magic to imply something that lives under the water, and of course sinuous also has some history in Magic, mostly with slivers, so we're nothing if not consistent. Next up is one of my favorites, and one of the only cards to actually use this descriptor in its name. We've got Floriferous Vinewall. I think that what makes this card so fun to say is it's so close to superfluous, another great English word. And judging by the amount of play it's seen in standard decks, this is also kind of superfluous. Now, our next card is so good that I had to look up a pronunciation guide to say it correctly. We've got Amalia Benavides Aguirre. My apologies to the Spanish-speaking community, but this lady definitely has one of the best names in standard. We've also got Skitterbeam Battalion, a name that evokes tiny creatures scampering across things. Ooh, scamper, that's another good word. But like a lot of other cards on this list, what makes this name so great is the variety of sounds and contortions we get to put our mouth through when we make this noise. Up next is another card with a unique descriptor. We've got Bilious Skulldweller. This is the only bilious card in Magic, and I can only imagine the conversation between the artist and the art director for this one. We'd like an insect and make it bilious. Up next is Dokuchi Silencer. This is one ninja that can certainly slay that. No. Moving on, we've got Ill-Tempered Loner. This card made the list because it's evocative of Dr. Evil and some ill-tempered sharks, maybe with laser beams on their heads. And then finally, probably one of the most fun and disgusting cards to say in the standard format, we've got Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, a name that's certainly put me on an FBI watch list somewhere, but is just great fun to say. I get to say Phyrexian over and over, and then I get to combine flesh and gorger, which is not only evocative, but also slightly disgusting. Did I miss your favorite card to say in Magic? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.